Hi everybody. I have a couple of new products that I want to try out, and I'm just going to do a full face over it. The first one is the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation. This is like, it's not like, it literally is a mousse foundation. So I'm looking for something that is a little bit more lightweight for summer, and I thought this would be really nice to try. It says Feather Light Liquid Mousse blends flawlessly for a natural looking all day shine control. We like that. Silky smooth formula, perfectly matte, lightweight, it said that twice, won't feel heavy or greasy. And then it says the same thing in Spanish and French, which I can't read. It is not silicone based, which is nice. It has beeswax in it, which is actually pretty cool. One of the ingredients is methacrylate, but they have it split, so it just says meth, and then the second half of the word. Moving on. I got shade 101, which is probably actually a little bit too light for my summer shade, but they didn't have the next darker one. So here we go. So, it's not quite as full coverage as my other foundations, but it is very lightweight. It doesn't feel greasy or like clogging. So I'm going to continue on and do my concealer and set my face, and then I will be back to show you guys what I'm doing with my brows. Alright, so I still have the bake on my face because the concealer that I usually use, which is the Maybelline, I don't even think this one's the Fit Me, this is just the regular Maybelline, but it did make the foundation feel very wet, so I want to give it a lot of time to sit. So I used my Maybelline concealer and my Maybelline loose powder, which is usual for me. It's usually what I use. The next thing I'm going to do is try this new eyebrow pencil. I honestly haven't used a lot of Wet n Wild product, so this will be, I can't open it. It is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Brow Pencil. This is in color something. Oh, brunettes do it better. Which is a little bit darker than my hair. I mean, my hair's so many different colors. Like, if you look at my roots. But I dig a little bit of a darker brown, so that's my preference. They did have a lot of colors, I will say that. I think they had like 4 or 5 eyebrow pencils. I got this at Five Below, so it was, what, $5? I don't know, I don't even think this was $5. I think this was like $2. But, ooh, that's a very creamy pencil. It does have a little bit of smudge, so we'll have to watch that, but it's nice. And it comes with a spoolie, which is always a cool thing. Alright, so there's my brow. It was very easy to use, but I was right in the end. Just putting on this one completely flattened my tip. So it is a very, very soft pencil, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It is very easy to correct though. Because it is so soft, it does not go on really dry. It's more like a cream pencil. As you can see, it's coming off on my finger as I touch it. But I'm just trying to feather out the edges a little bit. Now, I am worried about, because of how soft it is, there's a good possibility that they will smudge throughout the day. A very good possibility. Which I've gotten used to. I've always drawn on my eyebrows, so I'm used to it, but at the same time it's not really something I enjoy, obviously. So I still have fake on my face. I'm just gonna leave it on, and I'm going to go into my eye palette. Today for my eyes, I'm going to be using the Burgundy Bar, again, by Maybelline. And I'm just gonna do a really simple, really quick look. Alright, so far, that's all going pretty well. Next, I'm just going to contour my face really quick. I'm just going to do a really light contour. I'm not going crazy today. Check it out. I'm using this guy again. I still will not use the highlighters they provide, but I actually don't hate the contours. So I'm still trying to love them. And I think one of the things that has helped is that I've been mixing the two contour shades. Just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And another new item, again, it's from Rimmel. It is the Maxi Blush. And I just wanted to see how it works. Lightweight powder blush gives cheeks a burst of color that lasts all day. Microfine powder, blends easily. Apply with powder brush over foundation or on bare skin. Dermatologically tested. And this is shade 5, which is that how you spell rendezvous? I don't know, it's French. That's the shade name. I think it's rendezvous. It's very pigmented. It's not as dark as it looks in the palette, but it's still pretty dark. So we're gonna go very light with this. She's pretty. She is very dark. She's very red rather than pink. There's always a weird shadow on this cheek. I don't really know. Like, I just have a dimple on this side, so there's always a shadow there. I don't know what to tell you. Alright, so the last thing that I'm going to try is the Milani Strobe Light Liquid Highlighter. This is Shade 5 Summer Glow. This one is supposed to be the rose gold one. And we like rose gold. Should I... I'm going to see how it looks when I put it on with my finger before I do anything else. So you definitely get the rose gold effect. Alright, so the very last thing I'm going to do, oh, I forgot to line my eyes. I have 2 more things to do. I'm gonna line my eyes now before I forget. And once again, it's Rimmel. I don't usually use Rimmel products, so when I saw them, I was like, you know what, let me give it a try. So this is the Ultimate Waterproof Eyeliner up to 24-hour wear. And this is just shade Pitch Black. I like the shape of it. It's very easy to hold. It also reminds me of a liquid eyeliner, but it's not. It's a crayon. And it's a twisty crayon. Alright, that went on very nicely. It's very smooth. The crayon part is very thick, which isn't necessarily a con or a downfall. It's just something to be aware of. Like, I have a bubble there now. Okay, now the last thing I'm going to do is my lips, which I'm actually going to use the Glitterazzi Press and Play by Hard Candy. And honestly, the only reason I'm using this is because my husband picked it up for me today. So I told him I did. I did forget how choppy this lip gloss was. So I'm actually going to grab another one. I'm going to grab my Super Stay ink crayon. And there we have it. Here's today's look. The foundation still feels very nice. It's actually kind of cooling to the skin, and we're gonna see how it wears. So I will put in the description how I like it. Same thing with my eyebrows. I am going to make sure I super set my face today, but if they get super smudgy at any point, I will let you guys know. So, one thing I realized too, oh no, it's not doing it. My spray, it's getting towards the end of the bottle, so the spray started getting really heavy. So I don't know if that's going to affect the makeup or not. I don't see any spots from the water droplets. Now the makeup did go into my lines a little bit, even with setting it for as long as I did. But it's not terrible. You can see it underneath my eyes. But that might have been my concealer. So, I guess I'll let you know how the rest of the day turns out with this makeup. Alright guys, love you. Bye.
Hi everybody. So I am hanging out. I've been in the sun and stuff all day, and I wanted to show you how my makeup is faring today. So everything is staying really well. That highlighter, it settled down a little bit as the day went on, and on my cheeks it still looks really well, or really good. On my cheeks it still looks really good. You know, I've got a little bit of smudging and stuff, and my eyebrows stayed on pretty well. The feathering here, obviously this part of my eyebrow is taken off, but they didn't smudge very much. Except, now I've been in direct sunlight for most of the day, but where I put the highlighter on my nose and on my lip, it broke up the foundation. So it took all the powder and foundation off as the highlighter dried and I was out in the sun. And then obviously that lipstick, the Glitterazzi, isn't long wear. I can't put my sunglasses back on because I tied my hair back. But I just wanted to show you guys that. So it does fare well. This foundation has kept my face looking fairly matte, even though I've been sweating. Yeah, I mean, you can see it's gross hot out, but it's keeping everything very nice, and it's still a very cooling foundation. I actually really like this foundation. It's not very full coverage, and this is after I put concealer on and everything. You can still see a lot of it, a lot of my breakouts and stuff, but overall, it's not bad at all. I actually really enjoyed it, and it's a very nice light summer foundation. All right, guys.